name is Dr. Suvarna Chirpe. Welcome to Baby Show. So today we are going to discuss about freezing. Freezing, also called as cryopreservation, is one of the most common techniques performed in all the ART clinics. So freezing, it is a process of cooling the cells to preserve their viability so that they can be used in the future. Over the period of years, there has been a lot of advancement in the technique of freezing, and now this technique of freezing yields very good results in terms of pregnancy outcome. Freezing can be done for either a sperm, an egg or an embryo. So today we are going to discuss about egg freezing. We all know that females are born with a limited number of eggs in their ovaries, and which is unlike males in whom the sperm production continues throughout their life. And for every female, as the age advances, this number of eggs goes on decreasing. And beyond the age of 38, there is a steep decline, not only in the number, but also the quality of available eggs. So this reflects in terms of the embryo number and quality we get. So this novel technique of freezing offers us the possibility to freeze these good eggs when the ovarian reserve is very good, so that they can be used later. So we have a good number and good quality of eggs frozen with us. Coming to the different indications of freezing, it can be either medical indication or a social indication for egg freezing. Medical indications are when a female is diagnosed with any type of a cancer, she has to undergo chemotherapy, radiotherapy or any surgical treatment which might affect her ovarian reserve. So in these cases, we can advise and do pre-planned freezing of eggs before undergoing any cancer treatment. Similarly, we can do freezing in certain diseases like in autoimmune disorders, or in cases of severe endometriosis, or in females who have a predisposition to premature ovarian failure. For example, who have a history of premature menopause in the family. Even in all these cases, the ovarian reserve is affected, so we can do a prior pre-planned freezing of eggs. Coming to the social indications, it can be done for elective fertility preservation, or in women who want to delay their childbearing or postpone their pregnancy in order to pursue their career, or for own personal reasons. Now let us understand what is the procedure of egg freezing. The female has to undergo certain baseline investigations and a baseline pelvic ultrasonography. Then hormonal injections are given to the female for around 10 to 12 days, and ultrasound monitoring of the growth of the follicles is done. Once the follicle look ready, a trigger injection is planned, trigger injection is given, and oocyte retrieval is done. Then the retrieved oocytes are then screened and then processed and then frozen in liquid nitrogen at -196 degrees Celsius. These frozen oocytes can be safely preserved for up to 5 years or beyond. When a female later plans pregnancy, the same oocytes can be thawed and then fertilized with the male partner's sperm, and the resultant embryo or the baby which is formed can be transferred inside the womb of the female. So this process of freezing definitely increases the chances of pregnancy for a female even at an advanced age, because we are using the eggs which were frozen at a younger age. So definitely these are of better quality compared to the present age, and thus they increase the chances of pregnancy even at an advanced age. Also, many studies have shown that freezing is not associated with increased obstetrical or perinatal complications. Now, coming to sperm freezing. Sperm freezing again is a very common procedure performed in all the ART labs. Cryopreserved sperms can either be used to achieve pregnancy by techniques like intrauterine insemination known as IUI, or by IVF and ICSI technique. Sperm freezing is relatively a very simple technique. Now coming to the indications of sperm freezing, again the medical indications are like males diagnosed with cancer, undergoing cancer treatment, who will be exposed to chemotherapy, radiotherapy or surgeries which will affect their fertility potential. So multiple samples can be collected from such males before undergoing this treatment, which can be frozen, and these frozen sperms can be later used to achieve pregnancy. The social indications are like for fertility, elective fertility preservation for the future, Or other indications are like when it is not possible for male to be available on the day of oocyte retrieval. For example, if the male partner lives abroad or he works in the military, frozen sperm can be used. Also, when a female is undergoing ovarian stimulation, sperms from the male partner are frozen because sometimes due to the stress and the anxiety involved in the treatment, the male partners are unable to perform and give sperms on the day of oocyte retrieval. So in these cases, we can use the frozen sperms on the day of oocyte retrieval for fertilization. Coming to the technique, coming to the procedure, basic screening, infection screening of the male is done. Then for sample collection, it can be collected by self-sample collection, that is by masturbation, or it can be collected through surgeries like PISA, TISA, TESE or micro-TESE. The collected sperm sample is then analyzed, it is then processed and then frozen in liquid nitrogen at -196 degrees Celsius. This can again be stored for long periods like 5 years and beyond. When these males plan for pregnancy, the sperms are then thawed and then they can be used to achieve pregnancy through a process like IUI or used for IVF and ICSI depending upon the patient profile. Again, studies have shown that the pregnancy outcome are similar. Either we use the cryopreserved sperm or the fresh sperm. So the outcomes are comparable to each other. So we conclude that this technique of freezing is like a boon to individuals who want to plan their pregnancy and to take control of their fertility. Thank you.